This video demonstrates various ways to access and use the Apply All Default Quick Fix Proposals tool. It can be used to apply quick fix proposals for all reported validation errors in a single document or a batch of multiple documents when one or more quick fix proposals are detected for the reported validation errors. And you can even preview the proposed modifications prior to processing them. For the purposes of this video, we're using a sample DITA project that contains various topics with information about the functionality of a technical product. This project is configured so that in addition to the documents being validated using the default validation engines for DITA, it also factors in some additional rules that are implemented in a custom schematron document that you see here. Throughout the video, you'll see many of the rules that are imposed by this schematron document. I'll scroll down and focus on one example of a rule defined here that tests the protocol for links to ensure that HTTPS is used instead of HTTP. And I'll select the next line in the outline view to highlight the quick fix definition for this rule. It replaces any HTTP instance with HTTPS. Now I'll expand the topics folder and open one of the documents to start demonstrating the feature. This is one of several documents that have been contributed to the project by various collaborators, and you can see that it has some validation problems. Fortunately, Oxygen provides a quick fix mechanism for automatically correcting the problems based on quick fix proposals associated with them. I place the cursor in the title where I see the first validation problem. Then I'll click the light bulb icon that appears in the left stripe. There's two quick fix proposals for this location in the document. The first one proposes adding a prologue to the topic, and the second one will change the topic ID to match the file name. In addition to those two issues, the document has other problems, and as long as a quick fix is available for them, I can apply the fix for all reported errors within the document by using the Apply All Default Quick Fix Proposals action. It opens a preview dialog box that shows a comparison between the current document and a version with the proposed changes that would result from applying the quick fix proposals. You can see that there are 4 quick fixes that were applied. I can click on the colored marker in the right vertical stripe to navigate to a proposed change. The first one will replace the topic ID to match the file name. I can also use the Next Change button to navigate to the next issue. This one adds the prologue. And I can continue so that I review each proposal to make sure I agree. This third one adds a missing output class attribute to a code block. And if I look at the fourth one, it is proposing to add an alternate text to an image. And I agree with the proposal, so I'll click the Apply button. And you can see that the fixes have been successfully applied and the validation of the document is now successful. Now I'm going to undo the changes to continue the demonstration. I'm going to switch to text mode and click the light bulb icon for the first issue to show that the same quick fix functionality is also available in text mode. Now I'll switch back to author mode to show you other ways to access the tool. Instead of clicking the light bulb icon, I can just right-click within the problem, and the Apply All Default Quick Fix Proposals action is there in the contextual menu. It is also accessible from the Tools menu. In this case, the resulting dialog box includes a Scope section where I can choose which resources the quick fixes will be applied to. I could choose to apply them over the whole project, or selected project resources, all opened files, and more. For my purposes, the current file would be appropriate. There's also an Include Files option in the Filters section where you can use patterns to tweak the selection of resources, for example, to limit it to certain file types. Now we'll exemplify it on a batch of multiple documents. In the project view, I'll right-click the Topics folder, and I'm going to process a validation to see if there are any errors in any of the topics that were contributed by collaborators. You can see that there are a total of 9 problems and 3 files that contain the problems. I'm going to right-click the first problem, and there's an Apply All Default Quick Fix Proposals in All Files action in this case. It opens the preview comparison dialog box that we're familiar with. Since this is for multiple files, all the files are listed in the top box. I can select one of them there to shift the focus to that file. Again, I can navigate through and review each proposal. Once I reach the end of that document, it asks if I want to continue to the next file. So it's very easy to navigate through all the proposals one by one if you want to. I'll cancel that and continue. Back in the project view, I'll right-click the Topics folder again. This time I'll go to Refactoring, and you see that the action is also available there. In this case, it automatically chose selected project resources for the scope. I'll cancel this and continue. Now I'll open the project's DITA map in the DITA Maps Manager. I'll right-click the root map and go to Refactoring, and I'll select the Apply All Default Quick Fix Proposals action from there. Notice that in this case it automatically chose Current DITA Map Hierarchy for the scope. I'll click Preview, and I'll go ahead and apply. And you can see that the current DITA topic was automatically updated and is now valid. That should also be the case for the other two documents that had reported problems. To test that, we can run a validate and check for completeness operation on the DITA map. Notice that I've specified my custom rules document in the additional schematron checks field, so it will check for those rules in addition to the others. And the validation was successful, so applying all the quick fix proposals solved all the issues in all of the documents, and the DITA map is now valid. That concludes the demonstration. Thank you for watching.